Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Emmanuel Bernstein, and I'm so glad that you chimed in to hear about the career overview for Senior Life Insurance Company. We're very excited that you've joined us here. You can grab yourself some coffee, take a listen to what it is that we have to say, and we won't be long, but we certainly will be strong. Well, Senior Life, ladies and gentlemen, is founded in Thomasville, Georgia. We have been around since 1970. We've served families through final expenses for over 50 years. And our mission really is dedicated to helping families building leaders all over the country. And what we do is simply help families providing them with affordable final expense policies. Now, Ron Powell is our CEO and our president of Senior Life Insurance Company, and he started selling insurance when he used to live in a mobile park at the age of 18 years old. And he quickly excelled in the company he was with and made well over $1 million in 1 year at the age of 23 years old. And he and his dad actually used their finances, their commissions, and purchased an insurance company at the age of 30. And that company is actually Senior Life. And they moved it to Thomasville, Georgia over 24 years ago. How we do it? Well, we work with thousands of agents to reach as many families as possible across the entire country. And our core values are dedicated in every aspect of our business. And we have the same executive since the inception of this company. One of those executives is Mitch Connor, the senior vice president of Senior Life, one of the very first people to buy into the vision and the belief of our CEO and president, Mr. Ron Powell. Here's some shocking facts you probably may not have known about final expense and life insurance. 7 out of 10 American families face an immediate financial struggle after the death of a breadwinner in their family. See, folks, you don't buy life insurance because you're going to die, but you buy it because of those that you love who are going to live after you. Our target market is between the ages of 50 to 85. And what makes the senior market so significant is by 2034, it's projected that older American adults will outnumber those under the age of 18 for the very first time in our US history. Baby boomers is what we call them. And guess what? This demographic of large generationals, people born between the end of World War II and the mid 1960s. At that time, there was a boom in births that took place after the return of the soldiers from World War II. And today, ladies and gentlemen, baby boomers are reaching retirement age and face some key challenges, including qualifying and acquiring affordable life insurance. Now, understanding the final expense market, do you know that in 1970, there was a popular insurance philosophy called buy term and invest the difference? Yes. And see, baby boomers bought term, but the majority of them did not invest the difference. Well, what's happening today is those term policies have either expired, lapsed, or they spent the difference. And today, ladies and gentlemen, those baby boomers are totaling well over 76 million people, according to history.com. Let's have a look at our product portfolio with Senior Life. Our plans are available between the ages of 85 and 0 to 85. And our whole life cash value coverage is between the dollar amounts of $1,000 to $30,000. And we even have term policies as well that go between 10,000 and 50,000, but those you do have to qualify for with a medical exam. Now, all we do is a simple one-page application, yes or no health questions, and a prescription check. We don't have to do any appointments, no medical information bureaus, no medical examinations for anyone that has one of our plans. Also available on one of our plans is accidental death benefit riders, which actually pays out a double indemnity based on what you qualify for. We also have child riders. Up to 80 children can be covered on a policy at $2 extra added to your premium for every $5,000 worth of coverage per child up to the age of 18 years old. And we also have a charitable gift rider. Now, the final expense and life insurance policy, some of our features here, premiums do not increase, benefits never decrease, and our policies cannot be canceled by the company except for non-payment of premiums. We pay most claims within 48 hours to 72 hours of receipt of the all necessary paperwork. Now, you cannot be turned down due to hospice or any other health reasons, including pre-existing conditions. Some people say, well, I already have life insurance. Why do I need a final expense plan? Well, simply put, this protects your life insurance so it can be used for its true intention, which is for the living. You got rising cost of funerals happening every single year, inflation happening every single year as well. Also, you receive funds within 48 to 72 hours and gives the family direct control of the money, not the funeral home or anyone else. Traditional life insurance policies require a death certificate, which can take 30 plus days. And most funeral homes will have to use a third party finance department. Okay. And the company and the family receives the difference minus the interest and the fees. So there may be little to nothing left if you're using some other type of life insurance upon expiration. And then last but not least, why do you need this type of final expense plan? Because you want to leave a less everlasting legacy to your children's children's children. Now, the national average cost of an adult funeral, below you'll see that the average cost of a regular adult funeral, the cost does not take into account cemetery, burial, monument maker cost, or miscellaneous cash advance charges such as flowers and obituaries. In 2012, it was $7,045. And if you look at now 2024, you have $9,500 to as much as $12,000 for the cost of a funeral. And by the way, the average cost of a funeral with cremation is $6,660. So dying is very expensive, folks. And one thing I always share with people is you cannot predict it, you can't prevent it, you can't evade it, and you cannot avoid it. But you can certainly prepare for it with one of our plans. Let's talk about that plan. It's called Everlasting Legacy. To me, this is the game changer for all of our agents working with Senior Life. We have very, very low prices that are locked in for life for our customers. And there's some living benefits that we provide our customers, such as telehealth, where you get to talk with a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, if you have some type of issue before you ever have to go to ER. So we try to save you tons of money from hospital visits and ER visits. We also provide you with a final wish planner, which is just documentation of your final wishes. Okay. And third, we also save our clients anywhere between 50% to 80% on the average cost of the expenses. So remember, I said low prices locked in for life. What do I mean? Well, this 18 gauge steel caskets is what we provide our clients with. Now they get to choose on our website at their leisure between 250 different types of caskets, the style, the color, the embossing, the interior, the exterior. And guess what? These caskets can go all the way up to $20,000 in the open market. But folks, these caskets are $2,000 for one of our clients for life. We also have the monument that is locked in as low as $850. We also have the vault that's locked in for $1,000 again for life. So the three most expensive pieces of a funeral, the casket, the vault, and the monument are locked in for $3,800 for life. If a person does want to be cremated, no problem. We have high quality brass urns, and these urns are locked in for life as well. Well, also, we provide the family with a wish team. Wish stands for when individuals seek help. Well, our wish team gets involved upon a person's death. The beneficiary calls everlasting legacy. The wish team gets involved and gets in contact with the beneficiary, and they price shop 3 funeral homes in the area based off the wishes of the insured. They negotiate those prices to the lowest prices possible, and they choose one of the funeral homes and let the family know which funeral home that they should pay based on the price negotiations that they've made. And once again, we provide the premium caskets, vaults, urns, and monuments locked in prices for life. When you die, there are no more paychecks or employee benefits, but all the bills stay the same. Michael's life insurance saved us, and it still does today. That's what the wife, Miss Tracy Kovacic, actually stated. Her husband died at the age of 32. See, ladies and gentlemen, life insurance is the last thing people want to talk about. But do you know it's the first thing people check for when a loved one dies? That's called a clue, ladies. And you want to make sure that you are not leaving your family in a financial stressful situation. Bad enough, it's an emotional situation, emotionally stressful situation, let alone you don't want to put them in that financial situation. So that covers our policies in our first part of our presentation. As you can see, you're probably already thinking, hey, I need this. My siblings need this. My parents need this. My grandparents need this. Hey, maybe even your neighbors, maybe even your coworkers. I'm sure you're probably thinking about 20 to 30 plus people that you know would need this. You know why? Because 61% of people in America do not have it, ladies and gentlemen, and they're dying without it, causing financial strife to families all across America. So get with the person that invited you on this webinar to take a look and make sure that they get you enrolled as a new member of Everlasting Legacy and Senior Life. Also, ladies and gentlemen, from a financial standpoint or a career standpoint, ladies and gentlemen, we know that so many people out there around the country are trying to find extra income, ancillary income, or just a flat out way to make ends meet. And folks, ends aren't supposed to meet. But you see, there's about 16.5 million Americans making additional money through the gig economy. And sometimes that isn't even enough. So let Senior Life be that one opportunity, that one career that you can have in final expense and life insurance as an agent. Now, it does take hard work to make substantial income in this business, and some agents make no money at all. But success in this business, folks, requires leadership, hard work, and dedication, just like anything that you would do in life. So, incomes are not guaranteed. Now, the complete turnkey package business is here. You can work from home, part time or full time. You can have an online back office. You can have live agent and customer support. We get paid every day, and there's no chargebacks on immediate advance business. Health insurance is provided at qualified positions such as vice president. Professional and marketing materials are available, commission rewards and bonuses. We have regional and national trainings. We have tax advantages that you can take advantage of, and the list just goes on and on and on. So some people may ask, how do we do it? Well, we spend 80% of our time just simply selling our product. We let people know the features, the advantages, and the benefits of it. And guess what? Within 15 to 30 minutes, they're enrolling as a brand new client of ours. And their premiums are somewhere between $40 to as much as $150 because we want to make sure that those premiums are affordable to a person's budget and there's no requirement for a large down payment. Now, you as an agent can decide if you want to do one or the other, or maybe both, phone sales or field sales. Now, we also have the capabilities of after you've exhausted any warm market leads that you may have or referrals that you may have, the company does a great job at providing leads. They spend millions of dollars every single week on lead purchases, and these are exclusive leads in four different types of categories. We have our digital leads, we have our direct mail leads, and we have two versions of television leads. That's actually English and Spanish. And these leads are all over the country, and we just don't have enough agents that can handle all the influx of leads that come into our company. Now, there is a cost, but leads make you money. They don't cost you money. There is a price, but they don't cost. So, Leads the Way is an app that you can also have used and download onto your phone. It's easy as one, two, three. Customers respond to our nationwide advertisements. You get real time notifications from interested customers sent directly to your cell phone. And you choose to sell the customer over the phone, or you can receive directions immediately to their house. Our Slice app is made underwriting so easy. We process everything on an iPad or an iPhone. We simply present the information to our clients and qualify them. They pick the product and the premium that they like of their choice. We verify it with the prescriptions for accuracy. We sign it on an iPad or an iPhone, or we actually have a voice recorded signature, and soon to come is text to sign any given day now, but we have that capability as well. We submit the information to Thomasville, Georgia online. It is approved immediately and we get paid immediately, ladies and gentlemen. We get paid every single day. And if you get the business in before 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can actually be paid the same day by 5 p.m. that afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, our system can produce a six-figure annual income. In fact, it can produce a multiple six-figure income on an annual basis. Now, if you choose to build an agency, it could even produce a seven-figure or multiple seven-figure income on an annual basis. How? Well, we provide you with 8 streams of income all at the same time. See, J. Paul Getty said it best. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts as opposed to 100% of my own efforts. So in this program, 8 streams of income, you can get paid on your own efforts, but you can also build an agency and get paid a small percentage in the difference of the contract levels that I'll discuss here in just a second. I see this being the most aggressive compensation plan in America. We start our agents off at a 90% contract level, and we go all the way up to 150% contract level on your commissions. Our commission structure ranges anywhere from 90% to 150%, as I mentioned before. As you can see, we have 2 different types of agent positions. Here, you can average about $10,000 a month, just coming straight out of the gates. As an agency owner, we have 3 of those positions. You'll average somewhere around $10,000 to $20,000 here at these positions. And then at vice president, guess what? You average between 20,000 and 30,000 at these positions here. And notice that your volume of production goes up as an agency, as well as your personal contract level goes up as well. And we have 3 different vice president positions. We also have 3 different partner positions. As again, you can see the volume requirements to achieve these have increased. But guess what? Your production level on a personal basis also increases as well. And we find that our partners average somewhere between $30,000 and $50,000 a month. And once you start this process, you cannot stop the money from coming in. Last but not least, we have our senior partner position. We have 2 of those positions. You see the volume increase to well over $1 million to $2 million. But look at the contract level for your production, 145% to 150% of the premiums collected that you will be paid on over the course of a year. Incredible, folks. We see that our senior partners earn between $100,000 a month and $300,000 a month for starters. How do we get paid? Well, the money you make from one sale of a $70 monthly premium could be as much as $433. Why? Because we actually take $70 times 12, turns out to be $840 of annualized premium. We take $36.72 out of each and every policy. That brings you to $803. Well, remember the beginner contract level is actually 90%. So if you multiply that times 90, you see it turns out to be $722.95. We give you a first year commission of 60% advance to you the very next day, and sometimes even the same day if you get the business in early enough. So that advance turns out to be $433.77 for as little as 1 hour of your time. So my question to you is, how many sales do you want to make at this level? Well, guess what, folks? If you make 2 sales for 2 families at this dollar amount of $70 per month as a policy, you would make an additional $75,000 in your own individual efforts. If you have 4 families per week that you're protecting on a policy at $70 a month, that jumps up to $150,000 on your own individual efforts. No agency, no help, just you personally enrolling 4 families per week, and you literally are spending 4 hours a week to make $150,000 a year. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. Let's say you want to take it up to $250,000 a year. All you have to do is personally help at least 4 families per week in your own right, but teach that and duplicate that to at least 8 other people that hired on as a life insurance agent as well. They do at least 4 each, so a total of 32 families protected per week. That means now you're earning over $250,000 a year. And I'll show you people here that actually do that on an annual basis. In fact, here's one here, Fran Fleming. She single-handedly opened up all of Texas 5 years ago in 2019, and the production every year has increased since she got started. Her agency count has gotten increased through the number of agents. I believe she has somewhere around 500 agents as a partner in our company all around the country, and she definitely has her best month of $32,000. Mr. Larry Hall has been with us for over 2 years now. You see his production has increased as well. His best monthly income is $39,000. Miss Doris Giroux, as you can see, joined us in 2020. Her production increases every single year, again, from hiring on more agents across the country and having them hire on more agents across the country and all of them collectively producing, which is increasing the numbers year to year to year. And her best monthly income has been $59,937. Well, this young lady here, Sharaka Cook, they call her their queen of final expenses. You know, ladies and gentlemen, she used to be a manager in Macy's, a college graduate, joined this opportunity on a part-time basis in 2014 to help her mother out with finances. And guess what? Quickly moved into a full-time career with this great opportunity. And now today, after being in this company for now over 10 years, she's making $100,000 a month as a senior partner. And as a matter of fact, she has about 1,000+ agents in her network or agency all around the country. And what I love the most about her is that she can do whatever she wants and the money will never, ever stop. She has a beautiful house, beautiful car, takes a vacation to the Caribbean almost every weekend. She's not doing a training. She has lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. So you can too if you put your pants on, your dresses on, and you go and get dedicated and build this business, you can be in the same position years and years later. Now we have various clubs and benefits that you can also partake in. Mostly it takes you achieving a position of vice president before these actually kick in. So we can show you how to get there relatively quickly. One of the perks is a Millionaire Club jacket, which is just simply a conversation piece. You amass over $1 million in career earnings with us. We give you that jacket. And here's one of the first recipients, Rob Ellsbury. Miss Sharaka Cook was one of the first. She is the first female Millionaire Club recipient. Doris Giroux is the second Millionaire Club recipient. And it just goes on and on and on. Okay. Now, how do you get licensed? Well, we are licensed to do business in well over 40+ states in the United States. 2 of those states require or allow us to receive a temporary license. So that temporary license just simply means you do a fingerprint, you order your temporary license through the state of Texas or through the state of Georgia, and then you would do a appointment fee. All in all, here in Texas, it took about 3 days with a total of fees paid to the state and to the company, roughly about $300. Remember, I said that your first sale out of the gates, on a $70 a month plan could be $433. Well, guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, our commissions go anywhere from $350 to as much as $800 on per family. So that means in one deal, you're going to make all of your money back. Okay. So that's what we have here in that particular state of Texas. And the same thing is pretty much the same in Georgia. I think you do the temporary license first, and then you do your fingerprints, and then you do your appointment. But all in all, it's the same process. And the temporary license allows you to get trained, paid, and promoted as much as possible, as many times as possible for the first 5 months of starting. After which you will have to study to take your state exam, you take your state exam, and then you go through your local Department of Insurance, and they give you a NPN number and a license number, and then you get appointed from Senior Life, and we start training you and developing you to make as much money as you particularly want, and you can have a professional career as a life insurance agent. Now, if you're in any of those states outside of Texas and Georgia, we do have a very, very simple pre-licensing course that you can take. It's $39.99. It gives you all the definitions and terms and questions and types of questions that you may see on your state exam. So you have 20 hours of coursework, online coursework that you can study at your leisure if you want to move through it fast in 1 day or 2 days over the weekend, or if you want to take as much as 30 days, you certainly can. But once you complete it, there is a practice test that you can take. You can take it as many times as you want. If you score over 70 on that test, it's going to alert you that you have retained the information and you probably should go and schedule your state exam. Okay. So we have those available for you as well, ladies and gentlemen. So which one are you? Are you an A, B, or C? A says, you know what? I'm ready to go. If that's you, let's get you signed up immediately with your fingerprints, with your temporary license, and your appointment fee. Or if you're in another state, let's get you that pre-licensing course so that you can start to take those 20 hours, and let's get you to take that state exam as fast as possible. If you are a B, that's the one that says, I have a few questions. Well, we're here to help you answer those questions right now as we speak. Right after this, you can jump on the line with one of the qualified field trainers and the person that invited you here, and we can help answer any questions you may have before we show you how to become a licensed agent. Or are you a C? A C is someone that says, you know what, I like to get a policy on myself so that I can protect my family if something should happen to me. Well, great. Let's make it happen. The person that invited you to check this out will certainly actually punch all the information in just by asking you a few questions, and they can put it in right into their Slice app right away and tell you exactly how much your low cost premiums are immediately, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, thank you for joining us. That is our presentation. We are with Senior Life and Everlasting Legacy out of Thomasville, Georgia. We look forward to servicing you as a client, and we look forward to helping you soar as a life insurance agent. Thank you very much. Bye for now.